and the name of the new CD, Red Earth. Tell me about Red Earth.
Well, you know what happened, Tavis, about 5 years ago, I had decided to lock my hair. So in the beginning...
It was PBS, you better explain that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dreadlocks, which is...
This ain't BET, you got to explain that one, yeah.
Yeah, so locking in the sense of when you see African people or people from the islands like Jamaica, you know, they believe in the Rastafari movement, which is with Haile Selassie and Bob Marley. Here we go. That's the name.
There you go.
There we go.
You hit it now.
Bob Marley wore what we call dreadlocks. Well, as we are unique in the United States, we always like to put our spin on things. And so I'd say probably towards the end of the 90s, dreadlocks became a fashionable do. But to make dreadlocks, you had to start with your hair really short and twist it and twist it. And so when it's really short, you know, it looks a little buckwheat-ish. And so I would get on planes in first class, you know, in my suits and, you know, with my all my signature stuff, my Vuitton and my bling bling and stuff. And a white businessman would see me and they'd ask to be reseated. Or if I would be sitting by the window and I'd want to get up to go to the restroom, I would have to push the call button so that the flight attendant would come and get the man to get up to let me out. And it made me realize that all my life as an adult, I have always been trying to fit in. And that if it was only because of my hair, then I needed to just go on and accept the fact that I do have this African ancestry, and not only accept it, but embrace it, and then go and try and find it. And that was the beginning of that decision, and then the search for my African roots.
Off to Mali you go.
Well, I went to Mali because I could only trace my family back with the aid of my first husband, Cecil Bridgewater. We were only able to trace both sides of my family back about 150 years, and then of course we hit a brick wall. So I decided I would listen to music from the different West African countries, as most of the slaves came from West Africa. So I listened to music from all over West Africa, but anytime I heard music from Mali, it just really grabbed me. So finally in 2004, I said, this is too much. I have got to go, and I've got to see, and I've got to understand if this is the place. And I went, and the first thing that happened, when I got off the plane waiting for my bags, an elderly gentleman came up, grabbed me, and started hugging me and kissed me on both cheeks and talking to me. I guess it was Bambara, I'm not quite sure. But the gentleman that is responsible for the musical production and coordination of this album, who hired some 40-something Malian singers and musicians on this album, he was with me. And I asked him if he could interpret what this man was saying, and he told me that this man said that I was his niece. My name was Tereta Diallo, and I had been studying in Europe for 4 years, and he didn't know I was coming back so soon. So apparently this Tereta was coming back, but not then. And why was I not wanting to acknowledge him? And why was I trying to pretend I was someone else? And when Sheikh Titi and Seck said, no, but her name is Dee Dee Bridgewater, she's American, she's come here to find her roots, he wouldn't accept that.
Wouldn't hear it, yeah.
He went away doing like this. And I said, poor Tereta, when she gets here, she's going to get a reading. But that was the first sign that I was in a country that I really believe sincerely, without DNA, my ancestors came from. I look like the people. And my musicians, who are for the most part Malian, my African musicians, tell me that I am a descendant of a tribe, a northern Malian tribe called the Pul people.